Hello friends, today I am going to talk on the women workforce in India. And if we talk about the development of any nations, and women and men should give the same participation in terms of development. And if we see uh, any developed country like China or the USA and all others country, and the women participation in the workforce, especially the women workforce, is really impressive. But my concern is about India, and what about the India, and what is the situation of India regarding the women workforce. And it's really surprised me after the report came from the World Bank, and a survey from the World Bank, and the out of the 131 country, and India is 120th country out of 131 in terms of the women workforce. And this is not a good news for the for development of India. And if we talk about the future of India and the future development of India, and women should give the same participation as compared to men's. And there are the far difference. There are the lot of difference, and also at the same time, if you see the workforce at 1993 and 1994, then we can see the participation of the women workforce was 42%, and 2005 and 2006 it come down to 31%. And right now at the report of the survey of 2016 and 17, it's come down to near about 27%. This is really, I think, a biggest question mark on the Indian development, and also the expansion of Indian GDP. Because of, if we talk about the GDP, Indian women's also, and the Indian the women workforce shares only 70%. If you talk about the world average of the women workforce is near about 37% on GDP. That's why I'm talking about the world, the total, the worldwide average, the shares of women workforce on GDP. Right now in India, the women workforce is near about 27%. That is the participation of women workforce, 27%. And in South Asia, in the women workforce, and the Bangladesh, the Nepal and Sri Lanka, and is more, they have the more participation regarding the women workforce. And if you talk about the different sectors, the women are the working in the telecom sector. The Indian women are working under 20%, and in the banking sector is slightly more, the 20 near about the 22% or 23%. And also in the in the industry areas, and the women are participating less than 20%. The women workforce in China, it's about the 65% to 70%. and in USA alone it is over 56%. And a report says about that the Indian GDP will be increased by 60% by 2025. That is the year of the 2025. It is possible to increase our GDP growth by 60% if we increase our women workforce as similar to the men's. This is very interesting facts actually. If we talk about the reasons, is there any the illiteracy in Indian women? The question is simply no, because of the 42% women are graduate in India, and also the Indian women are not the far behind in terms of the literacy rate compared to the men's. So Indian women are educated, but the reason is that our society, they don't allow the women to do work freely, and women have to take the permission from their father or their husbands to do any job. So this is a problem of the Indian society, and we need to be careful about that. Without women workforce, it can't possible. That's the very simple. And women workforce is the similar importance as compared to the men's. So that's why we normally see any developed country, they give importance to the women workforce, and men's and women workforce similarly. But here in India, the women workforce is regularly decreasing. So if we increase our women participation in the different jobs, in different workplaces, I'm not talking about only the government jobs, only the corporate jobs, and I'm talking about the women empowerment, and then women can make any the business, or women can do any kind of thing. But our society don't allow. But this is really a problem for in our society and in our country.